Good morning, all. I deemed it a great honor and privilege to welcome you for Institution Innovation Council activity, online session on motivational session by successful entrepreneur. Let me first of all start by giving glory to Almighty God for making today's occasion a resounding success. We first thank the management for creating this wonderful platform where we are able to form a forum to share our thoughts. We are grateful to our principal, Dr. Jayasudha A, who is really a guiding and constant motivating force behind our endeavor. It gives me an immense pleasure to introduce today's speaker, Mrs. Sarada Raman, founder, Mom Space, Coimbatore. She has completed BE Computer Science from Anna University and ME from Avinashi Lingam University. She has worked as placement trainer in Hindustan Engineering College, Coimbatore. She has vast knowledge on advanced breastfeeding, lactation, nutrition, prenatal care, postpartum care, and infant care. She has certified trainer in various programs such as childbirth training, certified lactation counselor, certified breastfeeding, infant and young child feeding counselor, infant massage instructor. I wish you a productive and enjoyable online session. Now I welcome Mrs. Sarada Raman to start the session.
Thank you, Bhaskaran sir. And I'm really grateful to the principal, the institution, and everyone for inviting me for the session today. So today's session is going to be, it's like I'm not going to talk a lot. So 45 minutes I'm going to talk, and 15 minutes you can ask me whatever questions you have. And I'm really grateful for the other thing because so far I've not been speaking to any nursing students. No, so my interaction was always with engineering students or with an arts and science students, but this time it's with nursing students. So I'm really grateful for that. Why is you're a part of the lifesavers? So according to me, when after doctors, it is you people who are going to take care like a simple people like us. So I'm really, really happy for you people that you have chosen this path and you're going to work towards the society. And I want to see all your beautiful faces. So can we all put the cameras on? Can I have a smiles on your faces as well, please? Smiling faces. So first tell me, how are you all people feeling? Are you all okay? Just give me a thumbs up. All well? Thumbs up, Varley. It's going to be a bilingual. So in between, if you're not able to understand, if anybody can't understand Tamil, please stop me. I can explain to you. All good? So let's start the session. You'll want to stand up, stretch, do something. Don't worry, I'm not going to be boring. But still, if you want to stretch out, you want to stand and sit, anything you can do it, okay? In between, you want to do anything else, drink water, you want to go out, yes, all you can do. So today I'm not going to have a specific topic and I'm going to a specific topic. I'm going to share my own experience. I am a non-medical student, a zero non-medical student, zero science student. So when I was in my schooling, I had no guidance. So I just went in a path where my father told me, okay, I took. How many of us are here? Y'all don't want to do it, but it was something else telling you, to take up nursing, I'm here. Many of us are here, right? Yes or no? Hands up, down. I can't see many faces. All our video close.
Students, chat la pannunga.
So when it is interactive though, then session porde theriyadu. You'll learn more in that. So if I sit and give a lecture for 1 hour, at the end of the time, you will be like, okay, some points, some points it is not there. So I always love an interaction session. So tell me how many people are like, okay, my parents forced me, so I'm here. My interest is somewhere else. Like, and the Mari, everybody are like that. You're not alone. So don't feel, okay, I'm put in this, what to do next. You have a lot of options. So that in that way, I'm going to share a little bit of my own experience, how I came here. So I'm a mother of 2 children. So as a woman.
Just a second. Students, you can interact. Unmute பண்ணிருக்கேன். You can unmute and talk.
Okay. So I'm a mother of 2 kids. So as a woman, we have like everywhere or point of time when it's coming after college or after a wedding or after kids, everywhere there is a stop for us. Okay, I'm not saying for a man there is no stop. Even for a man, there is some situations that they need to stop. So அந்த மாதிரி இருக்க timeல, so what happened after my schooling, as I said, I had nothing. I don't know what to do. I had no guidance. My mind was in psychology, but அது இன்னுமே நான் படிக்கல. But it is in my bucket list that I will do that. Okay. Then what happened? I went to engineering. I was zero in that. எனக்கு வந்து Java programming இது பண்ணணும், so I had to do it. Then okay, I completed my BE as and such. Then I said my parents were telling you don't need to go and work. So I had no option to work. But my mind was like, okay, something I need to do because my friends are all doing something. Then I went to ME. ME படிச்சு முடிச்சாச்சு. In the first year, I got married. After I got married, then I started when ma'am asked me, like, or sir asked me whether you can give a motivational talk, I really accepted. The first point of உடனே எனக்கு accept பண்ண தோணுச்சு, only reason was my first career was that. So once I completed my ME, I started as a soft skill trainer. I was working for a consultancy. So what I used to do is every day I used to go to different colleges. I used to go to different colleges and I used to take them personal training. So I used to teach them the verbal. I used to teach them aptitude. So I used to go like that. But my mind was not happy. You know, my mind was like somewhere I'm missing something. I was earning, everything was going well, but something was I was missing. Then my kids came. The first child, when I was in the hospital, I had no idea. I delivered. Okay. So veetla sonna madri, I was just going. I had no idea on how the pregnancy goes, how the breastfeeding, every panado, nothing. I was delivery after delivery. What the doctor told me, I was actually in PSG hospital for 15 days with my daughter. So Nikula வந்து I always ask the sisters எனக்கு தூக்கி burp பண்ணி கொடுங்க because I had no idea how to carry a baby. Okay, but இப்ப வந்து எல்லாருமே சொல்றாங்க இல்லையா, இது எல்லாமே something is natural, but it is not natural for many people. So that way, so something my mind was telling, okay, I was getting some connection with the medical field. அப்பதான் வந்து I felt, okay, there is some connection between me and the medical field. So I have to take this. Are you all people here? I'm not able to see anybody's faces. All are on. Okay. So then I started. I know I'm pestering you people for videos because just imagine that I'm just talking to something on the screen. Already we have lost connectivity because of COVID, at least through the screens. Photos, videos, I will feel that you people are responding to me. Okay. So then I felt, okay, the importance of breastfeeding. That is where I learned. Why is breastfeeding very important? Why is the woman feeling difficulty to breastfeed a child when it is natural? Okay, I have learned something to break the nature. So I've learned something like computer science for 6 years, which will break the nature. My own coding, man-made codings, everything is going to break the nature. But இப்போ வந்து I'm getting a connectivity with the nature through breastfeeding. So that was like a very starting point that I always wanted, like, okay, enala panni, I don't know something. In the madri, how many people will be there? How many mothers will be there that they have like no idea on breastfeeding, no idea on parenting, right? So that is where I started, okay, let me do something for the mothers. So adukku I had science background illa. Then I started to research. I came across something called lactation. So how many people are aware that something is a career is there? Lactation counselor, lactation consultant. Thumbs up, please, or hands up. Right? So that is where I learned, okay, my mind is connected through psychology. I want to do psychology, but I'm going to start with counseling. Okay, so I changed my career. Okay, I left all that. I left the soft skill training mudichachu. I was actually working as a professor, assistant professor also in Hindustan engineering. I was taking computer science. So every day, next day, to teach the students because I was not happy at what I was working. Then I came back here. I started to research what is a lactation counselor, what we can do in the my subject. I was lucky that they didn't need any science background in that. They said any background people can take up this. Who are interested to help the mothers, they can take up this course. Okay, then I took up this course. So the first journey of my daughter's birth has changed a little bit of me. The motherhood also is a like Elame saying that I was able to take up this course and I did. It is a 1-year course. So 1-year course, you have 95 hours, you have to complete that, and 3 days of clinicals we need to do. Okay, I did all that. But where will I go and get a job? Where will I go and get the mothers? So what I did, I started to work with NGOs. So I started to work with the NGO. I went to the rural areas. I started to educate the mothers. On breastfeeding week, there's something called breastfeeding week. August 1st week is a breastfeeding week. So on the Varatila, I went to different healthcare centers, primary healthcare centers. Then I started to work there. Then I grouped all the mothers. So when I grouped all the mothers, I had a space for them called Mom Space. That is how my brand name came. So Mom Space. So what we do there is we have a group of mothers there. They share each other with whatever concern they have with the parenting, whatever concern they have with the breastfeeding, whatever concern they have with the birthing. Then it all came. Then after some time, I felt like, okay, when there is a stop in breastfeeding or when there is a difficulty in breastfeeding, it always connected with something that is previous to that. So previous to that was birthing. So then I started to research on that and I did my childbirth trainee program in Lamas. So when I did that, I had zero knowledge, as I said, in science. The difficult one was the terminology, the medical terminology. But you people are very lucky that you already in a medical background, that you can do a fantastic job for the society. That is what I really feel. And when I started with that, I learned, okay, what is a childbirth education? How many of you are aware of childbirth education here? Kriti Priya, can I have you, Kriti Priya?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you put on your videos and tell me, have you heard about childbirth education?
Ma'am, I have heard about childbirth, ma'am.
Education, have you come across anybody, a childbirth educator?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so I will tell you what a childbirth, anybody else who have an idea of who is a childbirth educator is? So these people who are like doctors, but they are not MBBS doctors or not a gynecs. They have been specifically trained only to give birth naturally, to help the mother to birth naturally. So do you all have a difference between what is a vaginal birth and what is a natural birth? Is it the same? I think it's an apt question for you people. Is it the same natural birthing and vaginal birthing?
Students?
Natural birthing is something that happens very naturally. Even the pain has to come naturally. Okay, so when the pain comes naturally, what happens? We have a respectful circle around us. Then everybody is supporting us without any hesitation or any fear. We are birthing the baby. That is a very natural way of delivering a baby. But when it is vaginal, sometimes it can be natural, but sometimes what happens? We are induced, right? So those differences I started to learn, and there was a big impact on breastfeeding. There was no people to sit and talk to the mother. The mother wanted to tell her, like her emotional ways was not addressed. So that is where I said, okay, let me do something for the mothers. So I came up with the idea of okay, starting a childbirth training, I started to give different mothers like different exercises, the massages. I used to talk to them. So always my session will be one-to-one session with the mothers. So whoever are pregnant or breastfeeding, whatever, I never take group sessions. It was always one-to-one session so that the mother can talk to me, I can talk to the mother. We have some connectivity so that they're open enough from what is happening. So in that way, the breastfeeding was the consultant, when I was consulting the mother for breastfeeding, it was become more easier to point out what was going wrong. So for example, I can tell when the mother comes here and asks me like there is something that I am not able to breastfeed, what is the reason? So when I ask her the history, there is something that is related to pregnancy. Okay, so then I learned, okay, we have to have a connectivity for pregnancy. Then I have to do the breastfeeding work. But after breastfeeding, what happens? The mother is left. Okay, so the mother is left alone. Yes, many of the boys, okay, here. Okay, so the mother has left alone. There is nobody to support the mother. The mother, there are now it's becoming like a nuclear family, right? Nobody is there to take care of the mother. Nobody is there to take care of the baby. It is only the husband and wife who needs to take care of the baby. So that is where I was pushed to learn the infant massage for the children. So I will not do the infant massage for the babies. I will teach the mothers how to do the infant massage. So infant massage, you know the importance being a nursing student, how important that the muscles and the development are for the first 1 year, right? So that is where this mom space has started. Then we have different associations giving this kind of studies, the courses. It is a 1-year course, sometimes it is a 2-year course, sometimes it is in person. There is online courses also, but I would prefer to go, stay and do the course so that you are open enough and you are able to like go and see the mother in person. You are able to help the mother in person. So helping the mother is something that my heart is always connected with. So when they said we are going to address the nursing students, so after the doctors, the patients are connected to the nurse. I feel when the nurse have to give a complete time of yours. I know it is very difficult when you are put in a very big hospitals, but still you can do, like, you could be very respectful with your words. It is very nice that when like, so when anybody comes and asks us how are you after our postpartum, like after our delivery, we mothers feel very happy, because always the baby is addressed there. How is the baby? Did the baby sleep? Did the baby do pee pee? Did the baby do poo poo? All that, but nobody asks the mother, right? So after the doctors, we are left in your hands. So it is always nice that if you people can be there for us. You're already prepared yourself. So how many of you all are ready with your mission and vision after your 1 year? Like this is your last year of nursing, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So are you all ready with what you're going to do right after this? Have you all started to explore what is next after your studies, or you're going to just do this like, okay, I finished my nursing, I'm going to join in a college? Any ideas? What are the fields that you can go into? Have you all started exploring that? Have you all started to talk to people around you? So once your mind is set, like sometimes what happens when people are there, they give you lot of suggestions, lot of options, where to choose, what to choose, even you can go and do your work. If you do some courses like certification courses beyond your studies, you can go and do even a computer science job if you are interested. So what matters there is your passion. What matters there is the satisfaction of work after you finish, right? So that day when you, like, even if I see one single mother per day, I'm happy. I can spend only 1 hour for them. I will spend nearly, like when they come home, I spend like nearly 2 to 3 hours, but it's only one single mother. But I'm really happy that night. I'm satisfied with the work, what I do. But still, my parents keep telling me that I wasted money on your engineering. Yes, of course. but my mind is here. So I always followed what, like, I came to know that I was interested in this after 10 years. Because after 10 years, I completed my studies. I came to know that this is the path that I'm going to follow. Right. So in no ways, like if you, after you leave the college and if you don't get a job, or if you don't, you're not guided in the right path, don't worry. Everything you need to explore, you need to go and talk to the people. Nobody is going to come to you. Nobody is going to ask you what happened unless and otherwise you're going to talk. Fields of work. So after you're completing your nursing, last year, you're in the last year, start to explore what all the options are there. Is it only this thing that I'm going to do? Is your mind in that? There is nothing wrong. If your mind is there, then go ahead with that, go with that flow. But if you feel, no, this is not the right work for me, you can go sit, research, you can do journaling. Everyday journaling helps a lot. Journaling is something that really helped me to know what I am really. So every day, it is not something that we're going to sit and just going to write something at the end of the day, what had happened for the day. So that really motivated me every day. Sometimes, yes, I was also down. 1 week, there is no mother. We become down. Ayo, enna pandrathu? What to do next? There's no mothers. I didn't have any mother for 1 month. So what to do? But still, okay. My mind is, we are going to have a mother the next month or the next week. And one more thing, that how you can see, I was zero at marketing myself in Instagram. So I was really not good at doing reels. There are people who do reels, and people who go and do some postings every day. So that way also you can explore. Even in social media also, is a very big, it's becoming a very trending jobs nowadays, right? So that way also you can do. But for us, what suits me was like only talking to the people. Only I was like, okay, going to the hospitals and working. That was my only way of exploring myself. I was not happy to do anything in the Instagram or any social media. So that was also, I was very bad at that. Being a computer science student, I was very bad in all that. I had no idea how to do all that. So, but somehow my journey is like going from I have learned beautician, sir. I have learned baking. I have done everything. Whatever field I could go, I have studied all that paths. But it was very short time. Nothing helped me like this, what I'm doing right now. The happiness, what I'm getting right now, is nothing compared to what I had done the short courses there. So you can choose your own way of how to develop yourself. How nobody needs to teach you. So there is okay, something is going to change, nothing. It is our own thing, right? It has to be within us. It has to be in our mind. It has to be what we want to do in the future. Our future has to be like from us. Nobody should tell us what we need to do, right? So this is the way that everybody can achieve something in your life in future. It is not too late. Not too late at all. So you're just completed. So has mine started after 10 years, you all can start 1 year, 2 years, anytime. It is not too late. But the work has to be put right now. The work you need to start exploring right now, what I'm going to do next. So some people want to go do your higher studies. Some may be planning to go abroad. But abroad, how are you going to manage that? Okay, when I was in abroad, there also I connected with mothers. So I had a very beautiful group of mothers connection there. That is where the infant massage ideas came up to me. So the mothers used to meet. We never speak about anything about the family or personal life, nothing. We just spoke about the children, what are the things we can do for the children. There was a lot of entrepreneurs there, as a parents, as a mother, as a single mothers also. So they were like really inspiring to me. I was like, namalkella support irukku, but we are not doing anything. For them, no support, but they were doing everything on their own. Birthing lerundu ellame they used to see by themselves. I took my mother for 1 year, but it was like avangale ellame paathukittaanga. So that is where I slowly said, okay, Everybody can do that. It's not that it's me or you or people in India or people outside. Everybody can do that. So now we have a beautiful course in your PhD college or hospital. They have brought up, the nursing college have brought up the BPNI. That is Breastfeeding Promotion Network India. So they have a course for 7 days. So we had like in November first week, we had 7 days course at your college. And it was a beautiful training from the mentors. Dr. Jaisudha ma'am, Priya ma'am, Anita ma'am, all were with us. And we had a very good experience with the hospital. Like we used to go and visit the mothers. It was really, really grateful. So if you're interested, you can ask them or ask me anytime, like how you want to start up this course or what is next after this. So it is not about what I'm doing now, but I'm seeing my future from now. How many mothers are going to be benefited because of this? How many, like even for the men, I'm saying it is not only for the girls that you need to go and counsel the mothers, the boys who are here. Even you can become a lactation counselor. My mentors were 3 men. So they was like very beautifully explaining. They had a very beautiful connection with the breastfeeding mothers. So even you can do all that. Childbirth education, of course, even the boys can take it. So it is in your hands that how you're going to set up your career. It is not, today it is not over. It is going to be continuing and it is going to continue till you become 60s, 70s. So you can plan it in such a way how to take it up. So as an entrepreneur, like one day I do have mothers, second day I don't have mothers, but it is okay, right? The follow-ups of the mothers is very much important. How I'm going to give the follow-ups to the mother and all that is what I really, really say. So at the end, I'm just going to bring up, I don't know how many of you all know this, but this I really need an interaction, please. In US, have you all heard of a story how the US, the railway tracks have been constructed? Any idea? How the railway tracks has been constructed in US? No. Okay. So how they constructed that, the US track it was like 4.85 feet distance between the gauges. The gauges is the distance, right? So nadula train pogulya. That distance was 4.85. So they were wondering, how come that the 4.9 illa, 4.10 illa, 4 illa? Why is it 4.85? Okay. Then they came to know it was constructed by people from England. So England they had the railway track of 4.585 on the distance feet order. It was there. Then they was researching on it. Why in England it was like that? Then appa pathina avங்களோட tools அப்படிதான் அவளோ construct பண்ற அளவுக்கு தான் அவங்களோட tools இருக்குமாமா. Then they said, okay, but how? Why it is that 4.85 அப்படின்னு பார்க்கும்போது, before the railway system, what had happened? The tram system had come. The tram system was like a bus, but it will go only in a very specific path. Okay. So on the specific path போகும்போது, it was like only that distance was given. Then they were saying before tram, what was there? They researched that before tram, what was there? So before tram, it was the horse carriage. So horse carriage vechudha they has to travel everywhere. So appo and the path eppadi set pannanga appadina, it was through they kept 2 horses on 2 sides. So or horse inge vechittu, then and the distance eduthu they constructed avangaloda and the carriage oda wheels irukku and the wheels idu pannittu and the wheels irukra edathila they had put on the wheels poradhukana and the tram system போட்டுருக்காங்க. So for the US எதுக்கு பண்றாங்க அப்படிங்கறது they had no idea. It was just came from a horse, right? So ஒரு railway trackல இருந்து like எப்படி construct ஆயிருக்கு from the tram systemல இருந்து இந்த horse system. அது very very simple. ஒரு horse ரெண்டு horse நிக்க வச்சு இந்த side பண்ணிட்டாங்க. But after that nobody thought to change it. Right? So for example, if we are going to a hospital or we're going to a college, we are having records. Right? Records ஒரு record, second record, third record வாங்கி வச்சிட்டே இருக்கோம். Why? Because it was a system for us. because இதை வந்து நான் பண்ணிருக்காங்க, so I'm also doing it. The earlier person has done it, so I'm also doing it. So இந்த மாதிரி it was like going on, right? But how many of us are using those records nowadays? We have those records. இப்ப நம்ம என்னோட காலேஜ் ரெக்கார்ட்ஸ் போய் பார்த்தாவே mine will be there only. But are they using that? So many systems have changed, but we are not changed. We are doing what the others were doing it already. Got it? So it is a very, very simple thing. When you want to do something different, if you want to do something, you want to be different, then yes, you need to explore and break the system. It is not like, ayo college la vandu idu pandranga, so ma'am told me I'm going to break everything and go. No, not that way. Break your mind, break your fear, break like what your parents, okay, you talk to them in such a way, my mind is not here, I want to take up a career this way. So அந்த மாதிரி நீங்க எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணும்போது they will come to understand, okay, my daughter or my son is interested in something that is going to be different from what it is. Very difficult even for my mother, it is very difficult for her to go and tell what work I am doing. She has no words for that, it seems. She's telling me, நான் என்ன சொல்றது, நீ என்ன ஒர்க் பண்றேன்னு என்ன சொல்றது? So nobody, even when I tell to my father there is something called mom space, he never considers that. But it is okay. But for me, it is my life-saving thing. It is my happiness. It is my thing. But for others, adu oru idave illa, right? But for me, I'm helping the mothers. The mothers are connected to me. So either way, it's a very big happiness. What to say? Sometimes I really feel grateful for this work. So being a non-science student, so maybe when I had the good guidance, as you people have, I have been sitting in front of, maybe I would have been one among you people, right? Ipo what I feel is, I really need to know the medical terminology. Somewhere I'm connected with the medical background, but still I am not so much aware of the terminologies. It is very difficult for me to read something what anybody has, the doctor or someone has written. Or mother file கொடுத்து எனக்கு படிக்க சொன்னா it's very difficult for me to do. எனக்கு weight பார்ப்பேன், height பார்ப்பேன், then the baby வந்து அவங்களோட கிராஃப்ல எப்படி இருக்காங்கன்னு பார்க்க தெரியும். Apart from that, okay, hypothermia இருக்கா இல்ல வேற ஏதாவது இருக்கான்னு பார்க்க தெரியும். Apart from that, I don't know anything else. But I still feel okay, we have to learn more. So this journey learning is an ever-ending journey. It is not going to end at any time. Okay, so this is what my story was. So my experience before and after. You have any other questions? Please, let's talk. This is a very interactive session. So long I was talking. Ippo, it is your chance. You can ask me whatever you want to ask. How, when, eppadi, how did I take up? So everything you can ask. I'm really happy to answer you people. But you people can, and I'm really happy to say that I will be joining PSG Hospital soon. So you can come and ask me anytime you have any doubts on this lactation or how you take up these courses. So it's not only you also have something called International Board of Lactation Consultant. So that is where you need to do a 95 hours of course. So what the Breastfeeding Promotion Network India gives is 45 hours. So with that, you're not able to sit for this exam. You need to have 95 hours of lactation program course. With that, if for me, I need 14 science subjects to be completed. But for you people, you don't need a science subjects to be completed because you're already a medical student. Right? So on the 14 subjects complete pannu, then I need to have 1000 hours of working hours, and then only I can sit for a consultant exam. So that we have to do, like after completing the counselor program, in 5 years time, you can do that consultant exam program. Adhe madri, even for lamas, like the childbirth education program, you have to attend the workshop, then you have to take up the exam in another 3 years time. So 3 years time la vandu, if you 3 years time kulla neenga pananum. Appdi illana again we have to attend the workshop again for 3 days. So in the madri da how it goes. So I have a question here. Good morning, Akshaya Shri. Where did you know there is a course like this, ma'am? How should we find? Okay. So that is what I said. When you go and find, there are different institutions giving this program. In India, it is the first in Tamil Nadu that PSG nursing has brought up this course. I hope every year it will happen. Like every year we have this course. It is a theory based practical courses that we have been given. But apart from that, there are institutions like ALPI, ALPI. So there you go and find the course. Health e-learning. Health e-learning is a Canadian-based study. There you have 1 year program on lactation programming. Then you have this is IYFC. IYFC is what I was talking about, the BPNI. So gold lactation. So gold lactation is also something, it's all international based ones. So you have the online programs and you have to attend the exams. There is a tie-up with few lactation consultants, or also have a tie-up with them so that the clinicals will be given from their side. So these are the places where you can go and find the lactation course. And for childbirth education course, it is from Lamas. So you can go and search in the Lamas program. There is one educator in Hyderabad. She is a Scantum birth. She runs a Scantum birth center that is for natural birthing. You have water birthing, lotus birthing, all that it is there. So she gives a Lamas programs for people who are interested, and it also includes infant massage programs also. So there you can go and see. It is Health e-Mother, and you can type Lamas or Scantum. So all this gives, and maybe you would have, many of should be aware of the hero Nakul and Surabhi, right? They had delivered there. So you can go and see. And one more program was given in Cochin also, Birth Village. So that for, I don't know now whether they are providing the program courses on childbirth education, but they were providing. You can go and check there as well.
I have a query, ma'am. If new clinic run பண்ணும்போது, what are the difficulties now? How to overcome the things?
So for now, we have been said that for a lactation counselor, so if until you become a consultant, we cannot have a clinic. So we have to be under a guidance of any gynecists or any pediatricians. So we will be working for them and assisting the mothers with the breastfeeding mothers. So initially, when we finished it, we had 0 mothers. We had no idea. So I'm not telling the system wrong, but still now when I went and approached the pediatricians, they were like, they asking me, நீங்க வந்து ஒரு non-science student, but நீங்க வந்து இந்த course வந்து ஒரு short timeல தான் முடிச்சிட்டு வந்திருக்கீங்க. Why should we take the risk and giving the new mothers to you? Okay, so in that time, it was a very meaningful question for me, but it was like really, ரொம்ப எனக்கு யோசிக்க வச்சது. It is true, right? It is true. So, as I said, even the terminology, the medical terminology was very difficult for me. So then I went and spoke to him and I told him, sir, let's do it in a trial base. My work of ethics is I will not touch any part of medications for the mothers. So I told him, so whatever it is, you give the or lactating initiation pandra medication also, I will not suggest the mother. So you do it. I will do only the counseling part. So what are the benefits for the mother? Why it is the mother need to breastfeed the baby for 6 months? What are the disadvantages if she is not breastfeeding for 6 months? So everywhere it is happening that they're giving that sugar water, they are giving that normal waters. The babies when the summer times they give all that, right? So what happens to the baby's health when that is given? So I give that very basic information to the mother, and then I teach them the proper latching, the positioning, different positioning. Then the doctor has started to have trust in me. Then he said, okay, you get in. So initial days was really, really difficult for me to take this as a career. So sometimes we also feel low, right? We said, okay, no mother was there. That is where I started to work with the NGOs. So NGOs I still work with NGOs for the breastfeeding week. We go to primary healthcare centers. We go to some government hospitals where they allow us to work with the mothers. So this way I was like exploring a lot. And then now, yes, I do have some doctors who really have trust in me and I work with them.
How the mothers வந்து எப்படி feedback கொடுத்தாங்க மேம்? அவங்களோட feedbackலாம் எப்படி?
Yes, you can still see my phone will be always like beep sound. So what I do is I really talk to them. So initially, இப்ப நான் 1 hour, I'm not able to address any mothers. So I tell them, say, I am going to for some work. So நான் வந்துட்டு உங்ககிட்ட பேசுறேன் அப்படின்னா, I definitely take my time and talk to them, whatever time it is in the evening. So follow up வந்து it is very important. நம்ம consultant கொடுக்கிறது மட்டும் இல்லாம, that follow up is very important. That is was very difficult to make the mothers understand. So அவங்க என்ன நினைச்சுக்கிறாங்கன்னா, நான் வந்துட்டேன், நான் வந்து இவங்களை பார்த்துட்டேன், அது இமீடியட்டா சரியாயிடணும் அப்படின்னு யோசிக்கிறாங்க. So, but when it is going to a doctor, what happens? We are going for review, right? So, ஒரு டாக்டர் கிட்ட போறோம், ஒரு 5 daysல சரியாகலன்னு we are going for a review. But இங்க வந்து it is not happening. So that is a very, very sad thing to say, but still it is not happening. But with the mothers, but whoever wants, I am there for them through the WhatsApp. I am there for them for the call. So in that way, the mothers are really happy. Even after 6 months, they tell me like we have complete. I have a group called Mom Space. So on the group level, there are mothers who help each other. So when I am not responding, other mothers will respond what to do. So this way, it is a kind of peer-to-peer, mother-to-mother support. So I think that was like a biggest achievement for me when, okay, enna numberadhu illama, we are also trusting the mothers who I have seen, right? So that I think that was really, really, I was feeling blessed in that way.
Students, you have any other queries, doubts? Okay, all are switch on your videos.
So it's the end. I'm not going to talk. So you all can switch on your videos and smile or tell something you want to tell. Or if you say, no, ma'am, it was really boring. Also, I'm happy to receive. So any kind of things you want to tell, we can talk. You can even go and talk to Priya ma'am, Anita ma'am, and Dr. Jaisudha ma'am if you have any doubts on these lactation courses, because they were with us for 1 week. Okay, sir. So you'll have felt like that what is new here. How many of you felt that? It is no way that we are learning something more than you. We are just learning something that is very, 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 which is necessary for the mother. See, when a childbirth education program, I don't learn too much about uterus. I don't talk too much about, like when I'm taking classes for the mother, I don't talk too much about the uterus. I don't talk about the mother's weight. I don't talk about the baby's weight. So what I talk is, it is how do you plan your birthing? Right? How do we plan a birthing? Okay, nowadays it's becoming a thing like we are planning a pregnancy. Okay, that is okay. But have we thought about planning your birthing? No, right? That is what I teach the mother. I tell the mother to ask questions to the doctors. The doctors are ready to answer, but the mothers are not ready to question. So what they do after birthing, doctor that is what we say is, but we don't take the initiation to go and talk to the doctor. So what we do, or checkup corona scanning scanning report we are taking inside, finishing it, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, we are out. But I want to share my beautiful experience. So everybody, when they would have had a very natural, beautiful, natural birthing. But for me, it was, I had very beautiful cesarean section. So first baby was a cesarean. Second baby also was cesarean, but rendu baby ko had a very big difference. First one was very emergency. I was rushed to the hospital. Induced pannanga. I didn't have any pain. Then they said, okay, let's go for the cesarean. Cesarean pannanga. I don't know. I was closing my eyes. I was really scared to see what was around. So I was closing my eyes. Baby was out. Then we came there. But for my second one, it was like very, very beautiful one. I was asking the doctor whether my husband can be inside. He allowed because I asked. But what do we say? We come out and say, I'm the hospital. But when you ask, they will allow. I said, can my husband be inside? Yes, he was inside. Cesarean it will be covered here. கீழே தான் எல்லாம் ஒர்க் போயிட்டு இருக்கும், மேல we are free, right? So we both were there, and baby எடுத்தோடனே we took pictures, we took videos of my baby, and cord clamping was done later. I had a very beautiful music going on, and ஒவ்வொரு ஒரு விஷயத்துக்குமே the doctor was explaining to me. He was telling, this anesthetician is going to give an injection, வலிக்கும், I know, okay, it's going to pain, because it was told me. Then அதுக்கப்புறம் என்ன சொன்னாரு, I'm going to cut the first layer. Okay, something is happening. So he has started the procedure. So one step. Okay, I have finished the procedure. The baby is there. I'm going to stitch you back. So all this was told to me. So எனக்கு வந்து தெரியுது what is happening to my body. So that is another reason why I want to give this beautiful experience to many mothers through this childbirth education. So when I tell the mothers, you ask the doctor why I need to do this. Ask the nurse, okay, can I wait? Or water break me, I can wait for one day. It is not, I'm not saying that you can stay, but you can ask the doctor, can I stay? Right? But what we do, immediately we are rushing everybody. Come on, labor, something is rich for the mother. We are not letting the mother to experience that, what to say, the motherhood, and the journey is very, very beautiful to explain. So I think you people can really help such mothers. You can do, because you have that strength in you. You have a medical field. So உங்களுக்கு இன்னும் ஈஸியா புரியும் what has to be done. It is a thing that we need to give time. So when we give time, it is going to work very beautifully. So that experience is something that நான் எல்லா மதருக்கும் சொல்றது. Even a C-section can be a beautiful birthing experience for the mother. As a natural birthing மாதிரியே இருக்கலாம். நம்ம first birthingல வந்து போனோம், I don't know what was happening. They were cutting me, they were taking me, I was back to normal girl and சொன்னாங்க, okay, it was happening like that. But this was not like that. So baby வந்து எடுத்த உடனே they were put me on my chest. Baby was on my chest. So கொஞ்ச நேரம், because I had to do my family planning, it was going on my chest. கொஞ்ச நேரம் வச்சிருந்தாங்க. Then after, when they were shifting me from room, or recovery room கூட நான் போல, I was directly put in the room. And the time my husband was holding the baby on his chest. That skin to skin was given. So I think these are the very initiation step that you need to do for breastfeeding. So on the separation from the mother, immediate baby எடுத்தோனே ஏதாவது பண்றது அந்த வாய்க்குள்ள something, yes, it's sometimes வேணுங்கிறப்ப it has to be done. I'm not saying no. So let the mother know what is happening, because it is the mother's baby, right? We don't have any rights on the mother, on the baby. So as a worker, we also need to have a boundaries. We need to give them some time for bonding. இதெல்லாம் பண்ணும்போது everything will happen very beautifully, and I hope this society, many people will experience this in future. So I'm not saying everybody need to go for cesarean, but yes, natural birthing also has to go in such a beautiful way. So you people need to help for that. You are the backbone for that. So I am wishing all you people a very best in your life. So anything else you want me to talk, you want me to tell?
Student, you have any queries?
At least a feedback from any student you'll want to give.
Ma'am, what difficulties you faced when you gave the first counsel, ma'am?
Yes, the first counseling I faced was, though I had 2 children, I was feeling very difficult to hold a baby. எனக்கு ரொம்ப பயமா இருந்தது அந்த குழந்தையை தூக்குறதுக்கு, because it was somebody else's baby, you know. I had no experience, like I held my 2 babies, but வேற ஒரு குழந்தையை தூக்குறதுக்கு எனக்கு ரொம்ப பயமா இருந்தது. So that one. The second thing was, more than the mother, the family was asking me a lot of things. இது பண்ணலாமா, அது பண்ணலாமா, அது பண்ணலாமா அப்படிங்கும்போது, like nearly 2 hours, 3 hours I need to spend time with them. So that was a biggest experience, that was biggest learning that I did. Then I did okay. And what happens that days that we are put up in our tension that okay, this mother came, what happened next, and the ஒரு பயம் நம்மளுக்கு, is the mother satisfied, இந்த மாதிரி எல்லாம் பல விஷயங்கள் மைண்டில் ஓடிட்டு இருந்தது. Then I sat back and I said, see what you have done the best for the mother. You have spent your time, you have explained what and all it has to be done for the baby and the mother. அதுக்கப்புறம் they also need to take steps. If they are not taking the step, நீங்க மட்டும் மண்டை உடைச்சிட்டு இருந்தா சரியாகுமா? The lectures are coming and giving you lectures. If you're not working on that, edavadhu use irka? Illa, the same thing. So that difficulty was something I felt, and getting into a hospital was also a very big task for me. Only thing was, I was not a science student. அதுதான் வந்து நான் மறுபடியும் சொல்றது அதுதான். Because that was a very drawback for me.
The class is so informative and nice information given, ma'am.
Really? So I can feel from your place, like when I like going back to a flashback, right? Are you Nana? What to say, right? I can feel that.
I consider
Thank you, sir.
I consider it a great privilege to propose a vote of thanks to all the dignitaries who have witnessed it as a memorable and successful event. On behalf of our institution, first and foremost, I thank our today's speaker, Mrs. Sarada Raman, founder, Mount Space Coimbatore, who, despite her busy schedule, has found time to grace this occasion. I wish to thank Dr. Jayasudha A, who is really a guiding and constant motivating force behind our endeavor. I thank the distinguished invitees present here accepting our invitations, and I sincerely thank our IIC members of this online session who have always been a great support behind this event. Thank you all. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, students. Thank you, sir.